Welcome to RaritybyU. Aurelia Jordan with my twin sister. Welcome. I'm super excited to have you with us today and just to speak on a really important topic. We're going to touch on special needs for the month of disabilities. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Aurelia Jordan, and I am an ambassador for RaritybyU, and we will just, I guess we'll see.
What is your story?
Wow. You know when they say that kids give meaning to life and purpose?
Yeah.
I think I got a second shot at life when I had River. So my story technically begins with River. So that's almost 3 years ago. So yeah. My second life, I always call it my second life, started 3 years ago, and that's my story. My story started 3 years ago. Yes. As the interview goes on, you'll understand why I said so.
Okay. How old is your son and what condition does he suffer from?
Okay, so he is about to turn 3 in December. The condition he has, I don't know if it's a condition or I don't like calling it a condition. I just say it. But it's called cloacal extrophy and omphalocele. Okay, so that means he was born with his intestines outside of his body and certain organs didn't develop properly. And then he still has bladder extrophy. So, yes. I'm not going to get into too much detail about what the condition is because it differs from child to child.
Yeah.
And it's a bit personal.
Yes, because that sounds like foreign to me.
Yeah.
You know, all those terms and stuff. But I think you've explained basically, you know, the basics with the intestines and so on. So
Yes.
what is your biggest challenge in taking care of him?
My biggest challenge, honestly, is I would have to say it's the I wanna phrase it properly so that it doesn't sound too cleaning his bum. That is the biggest challenge right now because of he was born without an anus, so they created an anus.
Yeah.
So first had a colostomy, and for those who don't know, it's when they take a part of the intestine and then pull it through by the stomach area, and then the poo would come out over there, right? So when he was about 6 months old, they did a reversal, which meant that they created an anus. So they took the intestine and made an anus, right? So he has muscle down there, but not as much as a normal human being. And so it kind of just comes out challenge. So because his bum is constantly burning, he doesn't like to take a bath because then it burns. He doesn't like to change his nappy because then it hurts. So my biggest challenge would be cleaning his bum. Yes.
This is something that not many parents can relate to. I think there are other parents with kids with special needs, and each one is different, and how they basically deal with the situation. How are you overcoming the hardships that might occur?
I don't know. I guess day by day, just
Yes.
taking it day by day, because no one day is like the next, and staying present is very, very important. Sometimes I do get ahead of myself, but I try very hard. It's a daily practice to stay present and just enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Yes. And watch him grow, and because he's normal, he's a normal child.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Yes.
Yes, he's very normal. He plays, and he's very smart, and he's like
busy.
like any other child was
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Can you explain what is his personality like? What is Raul?
Oh, if you know me, he's like me. So he's funny. He's funny and very observant, and he listens to everything, and he's wild. He's at a wild stage now.
Yeah.
He's like a boy.
Yes, your typical boy, almost 3-year-old.
Yes, it's it's much. It's a lot. I would say he's loving and caring. Definitely one of his best qualities. He's very attentive, very, very attentive. So when I'm not feeling well, he can pick it up immediately, and he'll be like, "Mama, aina," or "Mama, okay," you know. So
yes,
he's a very sweet boy, but he's your typical toddler at this stage. Yes,
he's now growing up, and he's gonna be surrounded by other kids. And as a mom, what's your biggest fear around that? I mean, which principles are you using when raising your son to ensure that he is well-rounded and confident?
Okay.
Yeah.
So my biggest fear as a parent with his I don't even want to say disability. I hate that word.
Yeah.
With his challenge, right, would be when other kids make fun of him, and treat him differently because of it. I mean, he didn't choose these things. No child is born with an illness and they chose it, or live their lives, and they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
All kids are vulnerable. But then you have just that little extra when a child needs extra care. So for me, it would be kids treating him differently because of how he was born.
Yes.
And being mean, and for me to not how do you prevent that? How do you protect him from that? So for me, what I try to do is I try to raise him with my value and my morals, and still treat him like he's perfectly normal.
Oh yes.
So I'm very hard on him. I'm not gonna be, fussy over him because of his condition. for lack of a better word.
Mm.
So I have a lot of help. Grandparents spoil regardless, right? But these grandparents, it's the problem. But I try my best to keep him, like if he cries for silly things, I will tell him, tears are going to get you nowhere in life. I know he doesn't understand yet, but just having him realize now that crying brings you nothing is something that I want to instill in him, and that he has to be strong on his own. Yeah. He has to take accountability. He has to, if he's shouting at an elder, I would correct him. He doesn't understand right now.
Yes.
But some way in his brain, it sticks, and it will be values and morals when he does understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I know also you introduced his cousins to his condition. But and they are okay with it. I think that was like really a great move. They don't see him any different. They play around.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to do that?
Because at the end of the day, his brain is normal.
Yes.
He understands like a normal child, you know? So to treat him any different and have them treat him different would be a disadvantage to him, no one else. Definitely. So it was very important for me with his cousins and people close to us to know that yes, he is a little bit different, but he's not that different.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be treated any different to other a different child, because he has a cousin 5 months younger than him, and they play like normal kids. You know.
I want to know your support system. I think this is something that is very, very important.
So support system is very important, regardless of if you have a child with advanced needs or not. I think it's more important when you do have a child that has advanced needs, obviously, because you need more time and effort and money. And I do want to say this. People think that you have to support financially. Some people think that supporting financially is enough and it's the most important, but it's only the least, especially for the mom side. You know, the emotional support that you need is way more important and way more just in general.
Yes.
So my support system is complicated, but I do have a support system.
Yeah.
I have people who are there emotionally for me. I have people who are there financially. The ones that are closest to me are more the ones that I have freedom to speak to. Definitely more emotionally and spiritually, right? It's so important to have people around you who don't dismiss your feelings.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me, don't worry about it, it will get better one day, like you're not listening, you don't hear what I'm saying. Like in my moment of weakness, you don't get it.
Yes.
So I have people, I have maybe 4 people who would always, these are the words that they will always use. I don't know what you're going through. I can't even imagine it. But I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Those are the things that you need to tell
Yes.
someone. Those are the things that you want to hear, because in that moment you feel so defeated that hearing something like it's gonna get better, I'm that bad.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
You don't know what
Yes.
I'm going through. You don't know my pain. You don't know my hurt. You don't know how many nights I cried. You don't know how I'm literally just trying to breathe to keep on going. So the people who always tell me, I don't know what you are going through, I can't imagine it, but I'm here for you and I'm praying for you. And do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the real emotional support people.
Yes.
I only have like 4 or 5 of those. And there's no real physical support. Yeah. There's no, because my brother and his beautiful wife decided to leave 3 hours away from us.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's no actual physical support to say, oh, I have, and then I have Sissy who comes through, and then I have Jody. And do you get what I'm saying? It's there's 2 people that I trust.
Yeah.
With my child for physical support.
Yes.
So
I want to ask you, mentally, what toll did it take on you, on your mental health? We have daily struggles as is, and there comes this extra challenge for you mentally. Not only for yourself, but for your child as well, because you carry that part for you as well.
I think mentally it's been the most draining and depressing, and it's just so difficult. I would have mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
I would have mental breakdowns, and I would have to have it for 5-10 minutes because I have to be a mom.
Yeah.
I can't wallow in it. I would have bigger breakdowns, obviously, and that would last a day. Because again, you have to be a mom.
Yes.
You can't just sit in it. You can't just feel it and let it go naturally. You have to push through, because it's the only option. There's no other option.
Yes.
And mentally it's taken, that's why I call it my second life. Because I'm definitely not the same person I was before him. I'm in some ways I'm weaker, but stronger. I don't even know if that makes sense.
It makes sense, because it's like your vulnerability, your weakness is not like your power, or you're stronger in that sense. Yeah.
It's a very two-sided coin, because it's my first child. I did not know what it was to be a mom. Now I had to be a mom and a nurse and a doctor and do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to, I like to work out. And so I had to find time. 30 minutes was the most I gave myself in the beginning. And then it was during COVID. So that also took a toll on me, because I was with him 24/7.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was draining, to say the least. Oh, it was a new challenging experience that just it broke me. I'm not gonna lie, it broke me. It broke me in ways that I never thought possible.
Yeah.
But it also allowed me to rebuild myself. So mentally, it's still it's a day by day thing.
Yeah.
Definitely still a day by day thing, because if I live too far in the future, I start stressing about that. If I look back from where we come, I can only be grateful. But then I start questioning God again. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's definitely a living in the moment.
Yes.
Day by day.
Yeah.
thing.
How do you tune into taking care of yourself mentally to show up? Do you even get like a chance? I know many people go to psychologists and whatnot, but then, I mean, 5 minutes alone in the bathroom can make a difference.
Yes, it can. It can, but I'm so wired into you can't take a long bath.
Yes.
You can't unwind. But so when Jody came into our lives, that really helped.
Yeah.
It really took so much pressure. Took so much pressure off of me, because then he would give me my okay, so Jody helps a lot because he takes my mind off of it. And I can be as open and vulnerable as possible with him. And sometimes he doesn't know what to say, but just having that someone to just immediately speak to about it helps. Some days he would just come and just fetch River, and then I would sleep or something.
Yes.
You know, it's things that I didn't have before he came into our lives. And it's things that I really didn't know I needed. I knew I wanted it. I just didn't know how important it was to actually just breathe.
Yeah.
You know, just even if it's for like 2 hours.
Yes.
Just breathe. So for me, I don't take a long bath. I just it's like if you're taking too long, something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Jody helps a lot. I'm gonna give Jody credit for giving me a break. Yeah.
Yes, that's so nice. It makes me think of that song, you know.
What song?
You feel nice. What's the song's name? I can't remember it, but it says something about makes me feel so nice. You're the sunshine in the dirt in the morning. I don't know, but
okay.
Make me feel nice.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's beautiful, and I think God knew. Somehow He knew what you needed, and this is your chance to breathe. This is you breathing. This is what breathing feels like for you. What would you like people to know and understand about kids with special needs? What should we teach? Sometimes we say the wrong things and doesn't come out right. What should we know?
It's so difficult to answer that question because not every child has the same I don't want to say it, but disability.
Yeah.
Even with a condition that River has, every case is so different. You can't even predict how you have to take it as it comes.
Yes.
So it's very difficult to answer that question in general.
Yeah.
Or very specific rather. But in general, just for people who don't have kids with special needs and who want to be there for people who have special needs or or be there for a parent with a child that has special needs, just be mindful. Be mindful. Don't try to understand.
Yeah.
Because you won't. You just won't.
Yeah.
And don't try to give advice because you can't.
Good one, yes.
Yeah. And for you as a parent that wants to teach your child how to handle or deal with a child who has special needs, just teach them to be kind.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Yes.
Teach them to be kind and accepting and not to stay.
Yeah.
Not to make fun of. To ask questions, but rather ask the parent. But you can't control that with a child.
Yes.
Especially younger kids. Unfortunately, that's something that is out of our hands.
Yeah.
But just be kind and accepting. That's it.
Yeah. That's very good. Yeah. The kindness, mindfulness, accepting.
Yeah. My nieces are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make an example with Dante, right? She would ask you privately. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of being like,
yeah. Yes.
What
is it?
You know? So yes, so if that can happen on a daily basis, then but she's exposed to it, so I get why she asks in private as well.
Yeah.
But other kids who aren't exposed to it on such a regular basis, they would want to know immediately. And that you can't control.
Yes.
But just teach, like in general, just teach your kids to be kind.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rest will follow because humanity will follow after kindness. And,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a lady on RaritybyU as well, and she spoke about her child. He's deaf. So she said something about having dreams for your child before they're even born. So get those dreams, and then you find out that it has to change.
Yes.
You tell us about your experience in that.
Okay, so what happened with River was the doctor, there would be one operation, right? Yeah. Just one and done, and then never again.
Yeah.
And then it turned out it wasn't going to be just one. So you have expectations for your kids, right? But as you as a person also grow, you know that what your parents expected of you is a completely different person than who you are.
Yeah.
So that's my thing that for my kids is to just let them have their own dreams. Let them have their own vision. Yeah. Live their own lives, because at the end of the day, you can teach them up until a certain point, and then they're going to make their own decisions.
Yes.
And you just have to give them enough tools to do that.
Yeah.
So for me, obviously my dreams and my aspirations for River is that he has a healthy, long life.
Oh, yeah.
That is how simple my life has become. That my only wish and pray is that you have a fulfilled life, a healthy life.
Yeah.
A life that you look back on and say, okay, I did good. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
For me, that's the dream.
Yeah.
A healthy, full life.
Full life, yeah.
No, he must be a doctor. No, he must have 5 degrees. No.
Important.
You be you, and
Yes.
I will guide you where I need to guide you.
Yeah. If they want to be whoever, like Dante wants to be a unicorn, I'm like, yes, baby girl.
Yes, go where you want. Yeah.
Let them be and figure it out themselves. Obviously, with the guidance and the morals instilled in them and all of those things that they will remember and cherish. Like, this was my mom for me, and this is what.
Yes.
Eventually, they take their own route. They do.
Yes.
Yeah. If you live your own life, you're like, ek is niks wat my maal geskeerd gewees het.
Yeah. And unfortunately for them, because I'm happy.
Children in the future, if you now look at the two situations, what comes to mind if you think of can I have more children, the fears that comes with it, but also like the balance?
Okay, so my initial fear, I'm pregnant currently. My initial fear was that this baby would be born with the same condition.
Yeah.
But then obviously it's not genetics.
Yeah.
So the chances are very slim, and the signs don't show that.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a different child. Yes.
Children are different.
Yes. So I don't know what to expect. All I know is that I'm very nervous. But I'm still gonna be the best mom that I can be.
Yeah.
To both kids, still give individual attention as well as like together, you know. So I think that's gonna be very challenging, obviously, because I've never done it before. So I don't know what I'm doing, but it's also kind of exciting because now it's testing a different level of abilities as a parent.
Yeah. It's forever a learning curve. We learn every day.
Yeah, changes.
Yeah.
You just think you have a hold of something, and then this child brings you a different side, and then you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, how? How am I gonna do this now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this instance, I would say I always use this term in the house, like everyone has a different love language. And that's how you can love your child with their love language.
Yes. It's weird because that changes.
It's very weird. Yes.
That also changes because right now he's mimicking what I'm showing. Right. So if I want to kiss, I'm gonna kiss him.
Yeah.
If I want to hug, I'm gonna ask him to hug me. If I want to cuddle, I'm gonna cuddle him. So he sees these things from me, and then he does it to me. Yeah. So you'll be like, I don't know how to say it, but basically he'll be like, hold me.
Yeah.
And then I have to hold him. I can't not hold him because that's what I showed him.
Yes.
And I think as they grow, obviously it changes. So again, you have to learn again.
Yeah.
It never stops.
Never stops. And that's the best part. I think it's exciting. And you're already a great mom. And even though it doesn't feel like it always, you know, when you look and you're like, phew, I guess a man now.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah.
It really is difficult, but like you said, you have moments where you're like, how did I do that?
Yeah.
How am I still here? How am I still standing? And then that's when you're reminded that you have greatness inside of you. And because of that greatness, you can be a great mom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Perfectly said. You knew about the special need when? And on top of that question, the decision in that moment you had to make? Can you take us through that?
Okay, so I didn't know. My gynae was a bit slapgat when it came to his condition, because the gynae that I have now told me you can see it immediately.
Yeah.
In the womb, on the scans, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. Like I said, the gynae said there will be one operation and it will be done. And turns out it's a whole life thing.
Yeah.
So I only really found out the day that I saw my son for the first time. And that was when he was 4 days old. So yes.
Yeah.
That's when I saw. No one told me. No one sat me down.
Yeah.
No doctor explained it to me. I had to learn bits and pieces. I had to scour social media, everything, just to find out what this is, how to deal with it, and are there support groups and all these things. So yeah, what was the second part of the question?
3, 2, 1.
I would never ever take away my child.
Yeah.
Never. Would I want to be easier? Yes, of course. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
Would I want everything to be done already? Yes. But God has different plans and ideas.
Yeah.
So sometimes trusting the process is not the best, but you just have to. You have to, because some days because when I started working, some days I would be like, okay, how am I still standing?
Yeah.
Because I didn't sleep that night. I had to wake up early. I had to go to work, come back home, take care of River, repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And then, like, that's just grace.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would never ever take my son away.
Yeah.
Never.
He's
literally me in a boy form. And I already have a brother that's exactly the same. So for me to experience it from this point of view, oh my Lord, it's bad. It's bad, and it's exciting, and it's funny.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
Great River teach you
these things that that he's definitely taught me, but he's still teaching me.
Oh.
And he will probably still teach me for the rest of my life. I want to say patience, but I still haven't mastered that. I know. Resilience. There we go. That's what he's taught me.
Sure.
And also to not for me, he's been the one to show me that okay, he is a little bit different, but he's not that different. I shouldn't treat him different at all. So he taught me that.
Yeah.
I didn't decide on my own.
Like this.
He showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he also showed me to laugh in difficult moments.
Yeah.
And he showed me strength. That boy. Yo. We've been in and out of hospital, obviously, because kids get sick. Yeah. And he's had operations. It's just amazing to see how such a tiny body can handle so much pain and you know.
Yeah.
So for me, it's difficult for a parent to go through anything that
Yeah.
involves a hospital with a child.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. But he has showed me that he's so strong.
Yeah.
And because he's so strong, I need to be strong as well. So, yeah,
I
definitely,
love it. It's powerful.
definitely strength
Mm.
and resilience
Resilience.
and acceptance. Yes,
Mm.
I'll use those three.
It's key words as well for tonight's conversation. Is there anything else you can share with the RareFam, or someone that might go through some, not the same situation, but having a child with special need? You know, the support groups, how important that is, and just any, not advice, I would say just a word of encouragement.
It's gonna sound so cliche, but just keep going. Keep going, even when it feels like you want to run away, you never want to come back.
Yeah.
And it feels like that mental breakdown was the worst. Trust me, it wasn't. You push through. You look at your child and you look at what they have to go through and you push through, because if they can do it, as tiny as they are, why can't you? What makes you different? Yeah. So push. You just have to take it day by day.
Yeah.
And even in that day, and I think this is you said this to me one day. You said, even if it's minute by minute,
yeah,
do it. So yeah, on the really bad days, take it minute by minute, hour by hour. And on the days that are a little bit okay-ish, day by day.
Yeah.
And just don't lose hope for your child. I don't think people understand how connected you are to your children. I obviously never knew before until I had River, because like I said in the beginning, kids just give you that extra purpose in life. So many times as I did want to run away, or I didn't want to, be here, it's always been him that has brought me back to the here and the now.
Yeah.
And the love that there is between us. So definitely keep going. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. And just love you, love your child. Yeah. It's difficult, but do it.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I also took like a lot from it. I think every parent can take, a mother especially, can take from this, because ek voel baie keer, I am not coming home. Yeah.
Definitely. I think every mother.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna say, and okay. Let's say every parent.
Yeah, parent.
Who is the, I don't know, not like sole provider, but the dominant parent feels like that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a child that says mama, mama all the time, and that makes it worse. But we take it day by day. That's a powerful conversation. I really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. Even though I knew some things, I've still learned today during the conversation. And you just realize that, resilience, even in your own. I really want to thank you for taking the time out to speak to us and just to open up about this. You've been open about this, and I think it's also part of your healing journey. What works?
Yeah, because I thought I was gonna cry,
Yeah.
and I don't think I've cried.
But-
Okay, wait, I'm lying. I probably cried just the other day about this condition.
Yeah.
But I really thought I was gonna cry, but I didn't,
Yeah.
which speaks to like the healing process. So yes, definitely.
Yeah. And is it important to share stories like this and why? Ek gaan nou aan met die
Yes.
drama. I want to ask.
It is important to share stories like this. It is important to share from your own life, because healing for yourself, but also to help someone else,
Mm,
even if it's someone 5 years down the line.
yeah.
And it sucks that you have to go through the most difficult parts in order to help someone else,
Yeah.
but someone has to do it.
Mm,
And you are the vessel that God chose. So
yes. It's like this one lady.
we have to do it.
The footprints is for somebody else so that they may not. It's like a guideline. Still,
Yes.
what do you call it? Creating their own footprints, but having like it
Yes.
picked out already in just that guide.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not the only one that's going through this.
Yes.
I can relate somehow. But yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna say goodbye and thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing me to share our story.